What's up, guys?
It's Big.
Skinny.
And we're going to bring you our Final 9 coverage from the Heathrow Airport in London because we've got a little bit of spare time on our hands, and yeah, hope you enjoy.
Cheers.
All right, guys, we're back in 19th hole.
Yep. So this one's pretty basic, just a standard hyzer with a putter or a mid-range, something over stable, and I've got my AVR 3 here, and yeah, textbook.
That's pretty good. This is another hole where I went in early every round until, like, it was just driving me nuts. I could not miss that tree on the right, and it's just such a basic hyzer shot, and there's a big old smokestack you can aim at and everything, so I really wanted to get it right this time.
Yep.
And I did.
You got it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those holes on a course this hard you've got to get.
Yeah, if you want to be competitive, I would say this is probably a must-get, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, nice little, I don't know, 25, 28 footer there.
Yep.
Cash it for the birdie.
Yes, sir. And I've got close to the same, maybe a little bit shorter. This one's probably in the 18-foot range,
Yep.
something like that.
I was trying to psych him out with the camera angle here, but
Taking my time.
yep, don't take him for granted.
Mhm.
Beautiful putt. Pro side, nice and low.
Yep.
Ooh, give the fans a wave. I like that.
All right. So this is hole 20. I'd say this is one of the feature holes on this course for
definitely.
sure.
I remember this one from the European Masters. It's a really cool par 4. It's a 2-shot hole. There's really no way to get up there for an eagle look unless you're Simon Lizotte or something, and what Andrew did right there is just textbook.
Yep. Pretty much exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, you just want to throw a hyzer to that landing area over there on the left because you're going up into the trees on the right, and it's kind of a narrow corridor, so having the angle right is really crucial here. I actually opted to go with my cloud breaker on this drive instead of the PD2. I was hoping to get a little bit more forward push so I could get up into the gap.
Mm-hmm.
But I got over on it a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I was a little worried about this, but it turns out that the OB actually ends up in that tree line.
Yeah, it kind of runs through the middle of it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's going to be close.
As you can see, Andrew has just the textbook alley to the basket here. Just the basket's up on that mound. It's kind of a blind second shot.
Yeah.
Very, very cool shot.
I'm basically trying to duplicate the shot I used in round 2 of the tournament we played in. I was in a very, very similar position and pulled it a tad, but
got over on that a little bit.
Filtered back into the left edge of the fairway.
And yeah, so you can tell I just came up a few feet inside that OB line, so I kind of cheated. I definitely broke the corner on that hole, but
it's safe.
It's safe, and this was a tough look. I would have been better served probably to be out in the open, but I took a couple looks here, figured out what my best option was because I really wanted this birdie. And that's another soft P-line P2 right there.
Mm-hmm. Nice and gentle.
Yeah. It was an awkward look, but that should be close enough the way that I was putting during this round.
Yeah, so I've got a little bit of an awkward putt here. I got to straddle. I got to try and go around these 2 trees that you see. I couldn't really go through them. It was too narrow. But yeah, this is for a birdie.
I was about to say, you normally can't go through trees, Andrew.
Through the gap, I meant. Anyway, decent effort.
Not bad, not bad. That's a tough look. So yeah, I've got a nice little, same range. I mean, it seems like I'm putting from like 28, 30 feet this whole round, and I really wanted this one. I hadn't birdied this hole cleanly yet, even though I did kind of screw up the drive. I wanted to take advantage, and right in the heart.
That's exactly what you did.
Yep.
Well done.
Yeah, that felt really good to get hole 14 and then get hole 20 right here.
Mm-hmm.
So, the iconic kidney shot. This is an island. It's kind of hard to see the coping around it, but it is an island with a drop zone. I was throwing my FD2 here on a forehand, and that's out of bounds.
Yeah.
We were this close to just taking a mulligan just because I was so pathetic, but it's the good, bad, and the ugly here. We're not putting on airs and pretending that we're something we're not.
This is all first First try, no mulligans,
Yeah.
no trying to make ourselves look any better.
Yeah, so I'm headed to the drop zone. Let's see what Andrew's got here.
So I've got my Champ AVR, and I'm just trying to throw it dead straight and just trying to land it softly on the island. It's looking pretty good. It needs to sit down.
Instead, he landed it softly at my feet.
Yep, just about 10 feet long of the island, but it was still a pretty nice shot.
Yeah.
Not too upset about it.
And this is a sketchy drop zone. I actually went OB in the tournament here and took a 5, so I was really wary of just making sure not to go OB again out the back.
Yeah, this is really risky. If you want to try and run this putt, you know, the OB's not far behind the basket, so you got to be really careful.
If you're running this, you'd better make it, pretty much, is what we're saying.
So those were a couple of soft runs.
Yeah.
We weren't trying to dig ourselves into any deeper of a hole that we were already in.
Yeah, exactly. We both started to kind of turn on after that horrible front 9, and we both had a decent round going, so sometimes you just got to stop the bleeding, take the bogey, and move on to the next hole.
So those are going to be a pair of bogeys for us.
And this is another iconic Järva hole. This is the mound hole, and this one's long. This is like, it's like 430, 440, something like that.
Yeah, I'd say maybe even a little bit longer. Players of our skill level, the only chance we have to birdie this hole is to throw it in on our second shot. We do not have the power to reach this green off the tee.
And I just leaked that into the woods. A little upset with myself there. I kind of told myself I could throw that soft, and yeah, it didn't work out.
Yeah. So I've got my max distance driver here, my Star Strike. It's a disc that really works well for me when I'm trying to throw it really far and really straight. So I'm just trying to get up the fairway as far as I can and hopefully stay in the fairway.
I just got to say, how is that Swedish sunset, guys? Is that pretty or what?
My tee shot wasn't quite as pretty. I didn't get on it as much as I wanted to, so it leaked a little left. So.
Yeah, so we've both got some issues here. From where I am, there's really no attacking the green. If you go long, you're just going over the mound, and that's just going to compound the mistake. So this is a lot like the island hole. I just had to swallow my pride, kind of pitch out. It was still even a pretty techie pitch out, if you can see. It's not a wide gap, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah. So me, I've got a pretty low ceiling here. My only option really is to get on a knee and try and flick one up onto the hill. So I've got my, what do I got here? Oh, that's the method.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got the method in my hand. I'm just trying to flick it under the tree and see if I can scoot it up the hill a little bit.
In case you guys can't tell, we really like the method. Well, maybe not that time, but
that wasn't a very good shot. But
that wasn't the disc's fault.
You just gotta shrug that one off.
Yeah. So yeah, I pitched out, and I've got a pretty easy look here. I decided to go forehand with my soft P-line P2 just to make sure it nestles. I like throwing forehands, for upshots, so I can look right at the target and make sure I dial it in.
And that was something I couldn't do up until maybe a year ago.
Absolutely.
And I've been slowly getting better at it, and it works a lot better for me than just trying to throw a really soft backhand.
Yeah, sometimes when you're that close, you're kind of out of jump putting range, but it's also kind of hard to throttle down on a backhand. So, and once again, guys, this is probably about 9 o'clock at night, maybe 9:15 at this point.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, land of the midnight sun. So we're playing disc golf deep into the evening.
And the course was really empty. The weather was perfect.
It was just a dream.
Yeah, couldn't ask for better conditions.
Yeah, I mean, just look at that sky. It's like a painting.
So those are going to be a couple more bogeys.
Yeah. And this hole, this one's another one of those Järva holes where you have to throw a hyzer, but pretty much anything is going to push the right side of the fairway just because of how the hole is shaped and how the trees come in.
Yeah, this one's difficult because you really have to throw it on a pretty steep hyzer angle, and you have to trust the disc to flip up to flat a little bit to ride through that fairway of trees and out the other side. Yep. And Stu, you did a pretty good job at that.
Thank you. That was an S-line PD for me.
And I'm throwing my AJ Destroyer, pretty much trying to copy what Stu just did, trying to put it at a pretty severe hyzer angle and hope that it flips up a little bit and goes straight. And I didn't quite get the angle I wanted. I pulled it a little bit to the right, but
It's in the middle of the
In
fairway.
the middle of the fairway.
At Järva, if you're in the middle of the fairway, you're never legally dead, but if you are off the fairway, you are going to be having some major issues getting up and down.
Yeah, it's usually no fun trying to get out of those trees. So I've got my McPro Rock 3. I'm just trying to throw a dead straight shot right towards the basket, and it's uphill behind the basket, so you can get a little aggressive and you don't have to worry about it floating by too far. And I pretty much executed it exactly how I wanted to.
That was absolutely beautiful. And I got a nice little fortunate roll here. We thought it was going to be up on the hillside, but it looked like it kicked down into the fairway for me. So
yeah.
I've actually got a birdie look here, which was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, we didn't get many chances like this on this hole.
No, this was a tough one. No one in my group in the tournament got it.
Nah, me neither.
So yeah, that's just a layup for a 3. No big deal. No one got hurt.
Mm-hmm. And so here's me trying to save my par. Not too long, maybe 12 feet.
Yep.
No problem.
Knock it in. Yeah, just look at that.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. Paradise.
Here's Stu's par.
So yeah, we got off the bogey train there, and now we've got a stretch of 2 really, really epic par 4s that are very iconic. If you've ever seen the European Masters, you've seen these holes.
And we just couldn't help but get another couple shots of the sunset behind us.
Get a little artistic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try the right-hand fairway on this one. You can kind of cut the corner a little tighter, and with my forehand, I sort of felt like that was a better option. So I used my flippy AJ Destroyer right there, and
that was pretty good.
Yeah, tested out the right side, and I did the exact same thing with the camera that Andrew did.
And we totally didn't know that. We didn't plan it. We both just kind of did it on our own.
We were both being artistic.
So here's my star strike. Didn't get over on it the way I wanted to, but luckily that tree slowed it down enough.
Yeah, the OB's on the left side right there, and then there's OB at the end of the fairway. This is a true 2-shot hole.
Yes.
True 2-shot dog leg right. Easy for me to say.
Yes, indeed. So I've got kind of a low ceiling here. I'm trying to throw a turnover with my McPro Rock 3, which will hold the line if I put it on the correct angle. And it was looking good until it clipped that branch, and then it just kind of flattened out and went straight. But luckily it didn't go far enough to reach the OB over there.
Yeah, you guys can see the stakes over there. And there's also a creek down there that you really don't want to go in.
Yeah.
So I pinched myself off a bit on the right side of the fairway here. I didn't get a full run up, but I still really liked this angle. So this is an S-Line PD2 right here. And, gosh, that would have been good. But honestly, I pulled that. I wanted that left of the corner anyway. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
So this is kind of another tough upshot here. It's the angle that I'm at. I kind of have to throw a really severe hyzer angle, and kind of like the last hole off the tee, I need it to kind of flip up to flat and go straight for a little while.
Yep.
And I'm trying to do that with my McPro Rock 3 again.
Yeah, this course just really challenges your ability to shape shots and your disc selection. It's just, there's nothing else like this in the world.
Yeah, so that one got a little lucky. I pulled it into the trees on the right, but, crept back out into the middle of the fairway.
Once again, if you're in the short grass, it's good news.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a little chip up here, maybe like 275 to the basket. I'm using an old beat-in S-Line FD3 for this shot because it has a little bit, it's still really overstable, but I can get it straight for a little while. And the idea here was to push the left side of the trees and get kind of a soft skip up in the circle, which the shot shape wasn't bad, but it got a real lively reaction there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a tester putt for my par.
And so right here, it's too far. Like I can't realistically jump putt this in, and it was still pretty short for me to want to throw like a sidearm or a soft backhand. So I'm just trying to jump it close, and try to salvage my bogey, because this is already my 4th shot to this point.
This is just another par 4 where if you get in trouble early, you're pretty much playing for bogey.
Mm-hmm.
So this putt was really tricky. I had a rock in my stance, and I kind of had to throw some anhyzer on this. And as you can see, right when I went into my swing, I noticed there were some branches that were going to affect my ability to get out. So I had to put even more anhyzer on it than I was expecting. And Boom.
Got it.
Yeah, that was a really good putt. Oh,
Whoop.
almost cost me a leg, but it was worth it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got up and down for the par.
Yeah, great par. A par on this par 4 is really good. Same with the next one coming up.
Really, for guys of our level, this really feels like a birdie. This could easily be a par 5 for anyone sub 930 rated.
Yeah, so there's me cleaning up my bogey. Not too upset.
Yeah, is what it is.
And that's it.
Yep.
We'll see you in the final round.
We'll be back.